Hi, this is Scott Fresner, developer of T-Seps and Fast Films. I'd like to talk to you about a new routine I added in T-Seps 2.0 that greatly improves the quality of low-quality JPEG files. Now, this file looks pretty good from a distance, and you'll get these things in from customers that are low quality, but you don't really know it. And you run a routine on the file, and then you wonder why some of the edges aren't very sharp, and there's little stuff around the edges. These are called artifacts. If I zoom in on this file, I can see that this is what making a file a low-quality JPEG does. It creates these boxes, I call them. And the lower the quality, the more prominent the boxes are, where Photoshop tries to average areas out when it makes it into a JPEG. And these are called artifacts around here. Now, the truth is you should know what the quality of the file is. And the only way to really check the quality, just to know, is to go to File, Save As, and attempt to save the file. It's okay to say you're going to overwrite it because we're not going to continue. And it brings up the JPEG's options screen. This tells me that this was a quality of 2. Frankly, it needs to be a quality of 8 or higher to be a really good file. And a lot of times you'll get files in there quality of 8 or higher, but were saved as a low quality first, then resaved as a higher quality, and that really screws things up. So the JPEG enhancing routine gets rid of these boxes. Now, Photoshop's current versions, newer versions, has some JPEG enhancing features in them. I've taken that one step further and done a lot more moves and routines to minimize these artifacts, because the truth is T-Seps will enhance these. T-Seps will almost make this worse sometimes, so you want to get rid of some of these artifacts in these boxes. Now, the way you run it is pretty much bring your file up and run Improve JPEG File. And it tells you, of course, the file needs to be flattened with no layers, as is normal with any files you run with T-Seps. Now, the file may appear slightly softer. That's one of the drawbacks of improving a JPEG, but at the end of the day, the file is going to still be sharp when you print it, and you won't have all these boxes and these artifacts that will show up on your screens and on the final shirt print. Here's another file that's very low quality. In fact, this file is very poor, came from a customer, and this file would need to be also upsampled. But see all the little artifacts, the boxes. If we run the Improve JPEG on this file, look at the difference. We got rid of all the junk. Now we would also upsample this file, and we'd have a much better looking file. Let's run the upsample image routine real quick on this. Let's make this file 10 inches wide and make it 250 dpi. So now here's the final upsampled file, which is soft, yes, no doubt about it. If I go to history, though, and go back to the original, that's what the original looked like. That's how simple it is to run the Improved JPEG file routine in T-Seps 2.0.